Hello, everybody, and I'm Shannon O'Hara, and this is my amazing friend Dane here. And I have the incredible privilege and pleasure of getting to be live with Dane here in beautiful Australia. And I pulled him aside and I begged him to sit down with me and create some incredible content for you guys, because so many of you will have met Dane before, and maybe some of you guys haven't had the opportunity to be live with Dane or get to know Dane over his video content and online. And so Dane has been one of the most exceptional teachers of energy, and we both do Access Consciousness. And
thank you for that, by the way. I was like, really? Wow, thank you.
Right. And so I have sort of like, me and you have both been in Access for a long time. And maybe some people know our story and maybe some people don't. Maybe we'll talk about that another time.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. She saved my life by running my bars. She had the tiniest little ad anybody has ever put in any paper ever. And it said, Access, all of life comes with ease and joy and glory. Call Shannon. And I was like, I ended up having a session with her literally an hour and 15 minutes later. I walked out of there going, I want to live. I don't want to die anymore. So my gratitude for this woman is absolutely off the charts. How do you say thank you to the person that literally saved your life? So
wow.
I know. And then he's crying on the interview. All right, okay. I mean, really. So there it is. It's out there.
And what an honor and what a pleasure. And in return, you saved mine as well.
Thank you.
All of us crazies together can create
exactly.
something pretty amazing. And so I was really hoping to get to share with people today, to whatever degree they'd like to have it, the magic of energy that you are such a master of giving people access to. Because energy is not something that we're taught about in school. It's not something that we're educated on how to create with, understand, and recognize.
Right.
Yet it's everything that the universe is made of.
Yeah. And it's everything around us. And the thing is, everything is energy. And the problem is nobody tells us this. Nobody teaches us. They're like, hey, by the way, when mommy's upset and you feel this way, that's a particular energy.
Okay.
When mommy's happy and you feel this way, that's another energy. And they never tell us we have choice in what energy we're going to be and what energy we're going to choose. And so if somebody would have just been that simple, it would have taken 5 minutes, when we were little kids, because little kids get it. So fast. But if they would have said, look, here's mommy upset, you get that energy, they would have been like, yeah, it happens a lot. And this energy of mommy happy, yes, that happens not nearly enough. Okay, what would you like to choose? And they would have gone, really, I have choice? And that's really what this is about, is recognizing that every single way we show up has an energy to it.
Wow.
The interesting thing about it is the beauty of these tools in Access Consciousness is we can change what doesn't allow you to modulate your energy infinitely all the time.
And that's what's so spectacular about, I could say like a million things about what's so spectacular about you. I have a lot of respect for you.
Thank you.
Because of your strength and your courage, that you have mavericked paths that, the strength, first of all, that it takes to be present in the face of the heaviness that unconsciousness can be, and the heaviness that so many of us have in life. I've watched you be present in that and go to work on changing it, but not through the hopelessness of maybe I'll just feel a little bit better, or if I could just get out of this pain, but actually literally changing the energy of the reality that people are functioning from.
Exactly that. And I'm going to say this because I don't know if you're aware of this. But do you know who gave me that 15 years ago?
Far out. This is not scripted. This was not planned.
Not scripted at all.
He's bombing me right now.
But really, when you say that, I came in. We were in my office, as you remember, right? Okay.
Yeah. In the Granada building.
In the Granada building. Yeah. If you ever get a chance, don't go there. No. And you came into my office, and I literally, for years, had been depressed, and that is not my state, right?
Okay, right.
For me to wake up unhappy most days out of the year for 3 years in a row, I was done.
Right.
You did something with the bars. An hour and 15 minutes later, it was transformed. I wanted to live. Now, did I have ups and downs? Hell yeah. I have had ups, I have had downs since then. So this is not about, ooh, she touched my head and now I'm perfect. It's not about that. It's not about being
This
perfect.
is where the strength and the courage comes into
Well,
place.
and that's something I'd like everybody to know too, is like they have a strength that they don't know. If you would have told me 15 years ago,
Right.
if you would have, if you would have,
I don't think I could have told you 15 years ago. I was just still sort of like, what's happening here?
no, I get it. And that would be an interesting story to talk about too, the transformation that you chose also. Because people think, oh, you're Gary's daughter, so therefore, it's like, oh no, therefore I'm going to have to work twice as hard, And so with this, it's like literally I got that awareness that was possible to change the entire reality underneath it with that bar session.
Wow.
And from that point forward, I always knew it was possible to change the reality underneath it. And that's the point of view I've gone from.
So it's possible to change the reality underneath
Yeah.
what creates everything.
Yes.
So,
And that's where everything that I've done, as far as classes, as far as sessions, as far as
Wow.
all the energetic contribution to people and working with people has come from, or been based in, been sourced in, is that awareness.
do you ever feel defeated?
Oh.
Or hopeless or...
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, absolutely. I would love to say, no, I have my
Right.
shield, I'm going through the world with my sword, and I am Archangel Michael, and no, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
I think what we do is we end up getting into a lot of judgment of us if we think that we're supposed to somehow, I had this door open, and now it's
okay.
supposed to always be that way.
Okay.
No, the interesting part is, what I've realized is, when I get to the most defeated, and what I tell people is, look, when you feel most defeated,
okay.
here's what you want to do. Take another step.
Okay.
And another one, because right behind that is the greatest world of possibility you could imagine.
Wow.
It's your personal, exploding of that universe of limitation that used to be there into something that is what you always knew should be.
Cool.
And then it becomes easy to have it.
And then beyond all that too, right?
Yeah.
And so much of what I know that you've gained and that I've gained and that you've facilitated in me gaining, and apparently I've also facilitated you in gaining, is the awareness that there's something possible beyond
Yeah.
the shit prison of life or
Yep.
the hopelessness. And so I really wanted to get this time with you to give all of you guys out there that will see this, that will ever meet Dana or I, that will ever hear about Access or dabble in it or completely dive into it. What can we gift all these people that will ever see this, will ever see this for change?
Okay, so this is... If somebody were to give you a priceless gift that you could take and use in any way you desired to change any area of your life you desired right now, and it would actually change. Imagine what that would be like. Imagine if they just handed you, and the way we have it in this reality is we think, oh, somebody's going to give me a pill, they're going to give me a golden potion, they're going to give me some magic dust or magic powder or magic beans or something. These are all structures of this reality that are basically told to us that we need that in order to shift, in order to have a different possibility. What it really is your very being. Your very being, you, as you already are, unfettered by the limitations of this reality. And my question is, would you be willing to have more of that now? And if so, to the best of my ability, I'm going to contribute. Now, some of you may feel something. Some of you may think I'm just absolutely nuts, which I probably am, so you're probably right. But I'd like to, if I can, gift you something that might open up your world in a way that it may not have been able to be opened before. And I'm just going to see if we can do a little 1, 2, 3. Now, I've seen people, it is my pleasure. And I've seen people in so many different things who, were like, I'm the power and I'm going to do this to you. And for me, that always felt heavy.
Yeah.
And I knew it was off. This is not something done to you. This is an invitation for you to have more of you. The you already are. Nobody needs to do anything to you, man. It's just you get to be you, and everything starts to show up in amazing ways.
Well, that's why I wanted to sit here with you and do this. And I thought this was going to be a quick little thing, but
Right.
obviously there's so much wealth and knowledge, and there's just so much value to this. And well, for you and I at least, for sure, right? And for all of you guys that are probably seeking to see this. And so I think it's really cool in what you just did. Did any of you guys sense anything? If you sensed anything, that is the beginning of the journey of energy. And I think I will say that energy is the future. It is those of us that sense the energy, recognize the energy, work with the energy that will create a conscious future if consciousness is going to prevail here.
Yeah, if it's going to prevail. And guys, you got to get it's your choice. It's our choice together. Finally, it's our choice.
Wow.
And it's nothing that can be done to you. It's nothing that can ever be taken away from you. But it's our choice. What would we like our future to be? If we could all get together, those of us who are the seekers of the world, the people who've been desiring something different, if we could get together and recognize that it's actually our choice how the future shows up. We've been letting the hate mongers of the world, the people who are mean and vitriolic and vicious and really yelling and intense in their points of view, we've been acting as though we should stand back and do nothing because they have so much power. You know what? You have more power in your little finger than they have in their entire body.
You taught me that.
Wow.
You
really?
taught me that.
Wow.
You gave me this incredible hope. At one point I felt so defeated and so like at reaction to something. I don't even remember what it was. This was years ago. I was like so in reaction. I felt so desperate and defeated about something. And somewhere there was this energy that I know you like stimulated or woke up within me. I chose it, but you definitely catalyzed it.
Wow.
And I went, okay, wait a minute. The situation as I'm seeing it is not the issue. It's the energy behind the situation that needs to change.
Right.
And then I started accessing the fields of energy.
That. And it's always, as you know, it's always the energy behind the situation that needs to change. But what happens is when you have something that's so big to you personally, and you get that, when you get, oh, it's not the situation, it's what's behind it that's creating all of this that seems like dragons and yuck and
demons and hopelessness and I can only die and my whole life is ruined.
Yeah. And when you get that it's the energy underneath it, then you're dealing with what's actually true. Because the energy is always true. The words and all the story around it oftentimes are a lie that we use to try to describe the energy because we've been looking from such a limited reality for so long. Mm-hmm. And the energy is always true.
And the energy is what will change everything.
Exactly.
And so I really wanted to expose this, us, all of this to you guys, to know that we're here in the world. And this man, if you can call this man-like creature, he's one of the great juggernauts of consciousness on this planet. I am so honored and so grateful to know you.
Thank you.
And I know that with the courage and the strength that you've demonstrated that dwarfs all inability, I know that I can be great. And I was hoping to stimulate more greatness for everyone who will have more greatness.
Yeah, and guys, if you're watching this, there's a reason for that. If you made it this far,
if you made it this far, if you're in my email list and you're actually looking at stuff that this crazy person is sending out into the world,
there's something that you have. There's a gift that you have to offer. And I think for Shannon and myself, it's like we don't care whether that gift is found for you in Access Consciousness or anything else. We just know that for us, it's been the quickest way to create change, but also a constant invitation to possibilities. See, it's not about buying a point of view. It's about what are the possibilities that exist beyond this limited reality, and how can we use the energy that we already are to actually change them? You know, Shannon talked about the thing that she spoke about and the energy underneath it. See, when you realize that it's not about the story, and it's not about the thinking, and it's not about the trauma and drama, and it's not about anybody else's story or thinking or trauma and drama, you realize there's an energy under every situation you want to change. The beauty of that is, it's infinitely easier to change the energy of a situation than it is to change this story and this thinking and this trauma and drama that goes on around it.
Right, and then you change the energy, and then like all of a sudden, voila, everything's different.
Yep.
And I'm sure you guys have had that too, in the weirdest ways, where voila, everything was different.
Yeah.
So So what's possible for the future?
That.
What's possible if we would start believing in ourselves?
Yeah, truly. What would be possible if we didn't have to doubt ourselves anymore? I mean, really, if we look at it, if all the seekers of the world, the people who are looking for something different, and there are a lot of people who aren't, that's fine. No problem. That's just who they are. Cool.
Yeah.
But if all the seekers of the world went, wow, okay, the fact that I'm still seeking, even everything that I've come up against and everything that has been against me and everything that I felt like I couldn't do, and I'm still putting one foot in front of the other, looking for different possibilities, they have an amount of courage that is off the friggin' charts.
Awesome.
And if we acknowledge that about ourselves, all of us,
Oof.
and if instead of trying to get it right, if we lowered the walls and barriers that don't allow us to receive everything that could contribute, what else would be possible? And the other thing is, if you could ask this question, which is, what contribution can I be to create a sustainable living earth for the next 10,000 years?
Cool.
Ask it every morning, see what shows up. You might just get a warm, fuzzy feeling. When I ask it, I get this thing that feels like it's like, hi Earth, like I feel connected in a way that I didn't before asking.
I love that creative question. So what contribution can I be to creating
a sustainable living earth for the next 10,000 years?
What contribution can I be to creating a sustainable earth for the next 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, trillion thousand years?
I like how you take that and just run with it.
I had to!
Exactly.
Like 10,000. You're
like 10,000, yeah, but we're talking earth, so that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear. And may I say my gratitude for you is
Thank you.
inconceivable.
Well, how does it get better? And I'm grateful you showed up, and I know you're grateful I showed up.
Yep.
And who else can show up, and what else
Exactly.
can show up?
And how much more fun can we have? If we got out of the idea that our lives are about undoing crap, if instead we were like, how much fun can I have today? What can I do that I never thought I could do before? How can I experience living that gives me so much energy and so much joie de vivre that I just, you like that French thing?
I did.
And I just am so grateful to be alive. I'm going to tell you, that's what I started getting after my first bar session. Okay, and we got together week after week, and you would run my bars, and then you'd give me a tool. And I'd use the tool for the rest of the week, and when the universe wanted to cave in on my head again, I would use the tool, and it would open up.
No, I totally remember.
Yeah, and then I would come back by the next week, and I had this much space, and I was like, I'm ready for bars, let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the thing that I looked forward to that I always knew would create more in my life.
Cool.
Always. So I say this, guys, because a lot of people don't get how this can work, and
yeah, I mean, as we're talking, and I would say we are very well versed in change and consciousness, and we're very practiced at the tools of access, and we facilitate the tools of access, and we are ambassadors for the tools of access. And even in this conversation between us, I'm like having light bulbs going off, and more depth of awareness and more connections. So
there's always more. And I think for us as the seekers of the world, we've been looking for that space where we don't ever have to stop. We don't ever have to limit ourselves, where there's always more. And I'm having the same thing with the conversation, and communicating with people that I haven't yet met and people that I have yet met, but that's the thing, is there's always more. You don't have to stop. It's time to actually live on our terms, in our way, and create what we know is possible. The space of always being more and always being more possibilities. Yes. And I'll shut up because I know we're supposed to end the video a long time ago.
Yes. But what a gift and what a treat. And I mean, seriously, what a treat. I know everybody watching this is melting in their minds right now. And that's exactly what I love to accomplish in the world. So how does it get better? We're throwing this out here for you guys. I'm going to be adding links for Dane's future classes, for what Dane is up to, what he's doing all around the world, because this is an amazing teacher.
Thank you.
A beyond magnificent man-like creature.
I'm gonna have to write that down somewhere. I like that.
This is no human. And we would love to meet you. We would love to see you. We would love to invite you to the party and to the ecstasy of living, if that's what you choose.
Come and play, beautiful people.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.